Hey, this is Buzz's retirement garage. I'm out doing some weed pulling again, so you know what happens when I'm doing that. I got a lot of time to think. So, unfortunately for you, I come up with some thoughts. And my thought today is, like the title of this video, it's okay to be an average Joe and average Jill. What does that mean? That means that, throughout your work career, and I'm going to speak to the majority of people. I know there's a minority of people who were maybe stay-at-home moms, and that's still work. Um, they maybe lost a job and they didn't go back to work. Maybe they took early retirement because but they didn't want to. But the majority of people, when you were working, you were trying to please somebody. So I consider everybody except maybe Michael Jordan and you know some sports people or whatever. I consider everyone else to be average, right? Most people have an average set of skills, and when they're at work and they have pressures on them to perform, they sometimes I know I did it. I try to be above average. I try to be an overachiever at times. I try to be not something that I wasn't, but I tried hard to be better than average. And now you don't have to do that. You can be average. You can go back to being average. The stress for you retirees, and I'm speaking to you, I know on my channel there's some people who are in their 50s, some in their 40s that are tuning in, and I appreciate you guys and girls who are watching to see what it's going to be in retirement, and that's great. If you're in your 40s and your 50s and you've got 20, 15, 10 years to go, and you're already checking out retirement channels, kudos to you. I wish I had done that, but of course in 2005 I think is when YouTube started, so yeah, I didn't get that opportunity too much to do that, right? But anyway, you can be an average Joe and Jill now. The boss is gone. You don't have that boss except if you're at home and you got a spouse who maybe is your boss now. And your kids sometimes can be a bit bossy. But you don't have to overachieve or try to overachieve. You don't have to meet those deadlines. You don't have to meet those quotas. You can just be your average self in retirement. And I know throughout my life, I'm 6'3", and everybody assumes I can play basketball, but in high school I played intramural basketball, but I never tried out for the team or anything. Same with football. I mean, I was pretty skinny. I was 155 coming out of high school. 150, 6'3", 155. So I was a skinny lad. So now I'm 6'3", and I just weighed myself this morning, and I was 239. So I won't eat any lunch today. Maybe I can get to 238. But yeah, you're an average guy now or girl now that you're retired. You don't have to talk to that boss. You don't have to deal with that stuff. That stress is gone. You don't have to perform for anybody unless you're in the circus or something. But you don't have to perform anymore. And that's so nice to be able to just wake up, not have to worry about doing all those things that you did in your work life. I know some of you guys and girls, some of the comments, I mean, I learned so much from your comments, it's unbelievable. There's a few of you that miss work. You miss the people that you dealt with, and that's understandable. A lot of times you're working with somebody for so long, and then when you retire, they're working, so you really can't talk to them too much. Maybe get a text in here and there, or an after 5 o'clock call or something like that. But for the most part, you lose touch with them, at least the daily interaction. But anyway, so now you're retired, you're relaxed, everything's cool, you can be average. I want to point out two things. I know there's been a couple comments. I think there's some people that want to talk a little bit more, but they're afraid to leave a comment. Um, if you can see my email behind me there, nopurplecar@gmail.com. I have no problem with you sending me an email. If you're a subscriber of mine, and you know we've talked back and forth a few times, I'm sure I'll be a lot more open with you than somebody who I really don't know. But there's quite a few of you who have been, you know, following and commenting for some months now. I started in December, and you know, I've gotten to know quite a few of you, and there's one or two people I do email with now. But if you're interested, nopurplecar@gmail.com. And the picture above, that's in Olmsted Falls, Ohio. That's called the Water Street Waterfalls. And I got this, real quick story. I got this picture. Somebody on Facebook years ago had it on Facebook. Her son, this lady's son, took the picture. And she posted it on the local community webpage, and I saw that, and I you know, text her or messaged her, and I said, hey, can I get a print of that or a copy of that photo? So she sent me a file so that I could make a picture that I wanted. So I went to some cheap canvas place online, and it was coming out of India, I think. Not that there's anything wrong with that, but I got the first print, and it was junk. I mean, it was terrible. There was lines through it and everything else. So they said I didn't have to send it back, but they'd send me a new one. So they sent me another one, and it was the same way. I told them again, you know, hey, this is the last time. You gotta fix this. And I showed them pictures of it. I mean, how could you send this out? So they sent a third one on canvas. And it too was junk. This one's a little bit, this is the third one. It's a little bit better. So then I went to Fracture, which is the glass. It's imprinted on glass. And I had Fracture do it. And it came back, and it was absolutely beautiful. Because I wanted to hang it in my family room type area. I wanted to hang that because growing up near this town, you know, this is near and dear to me. A lot of fishing down in that area, so I really like the picture. I know the history of the town and all that. So I said, well, okay, I'll get this Fracture, this glass picture. And now when you go, it's pretty heavy. So when you go to hang it, I had to buy at Home Depot, it's like what's called a 75-pound hanger. It's a metal hanger, and it goes into the drywall. And it's real nice. It's supposed to hold like 75 pounds. So I used that. I hooked that up, and I had the picture sitting down next to the dining room table chair. Well, we have laminate floor there, and yeah, you know it. That picture just slid down as it was. I had it, you know, propped up against the chair. My fault, and it slipped down and shattered. So I guess they have fractured, yeah. So, yeah, so I took a picture of that, and I told Fractured. I sent them to their customer service. I sent them an email, and I said, hey, look at this. I screwed up. Can you make me another one? I'm paying for it. This was my fault, not your fault. Please go ahead and make me another one. So now this would be the fifth. This is the fifth. 3 of these, and now I'm going to have to get 2 Fractures. Hopefully I don't break the 5th one when it comes in. And I've got these all laid out on the couch, and I'm taking a picture of them all. I mean, just crazy. So Fracture, who was nice enough, this was some years ago, but they were nice enough to send me one for free. So they listened to my story and figured what a dumbass I was. So I guess they felt sorry for me, and they decided to go ahead and send me one. So anyway, that's the story on that. And I'm going to do a video. You see, whoa, way, no, not there, but way up there, there's a rock up to the left. I'll put my waders on one day, and I'll do a video with the backdrop being the waterfalls, and I'll be right out in the river. So look for that in the next few months. Anyway, average Joe, average Jill, take it easy. It's time to chill. You're good. Buzz's Retirement Garage, nopurplecar@gmail.com. Hit me up. Nice talking to you guys again, seeing you guys again, and we'll see you next time. Out.